Yo, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all good. It's all good. Yeah, no. Yeah. I usually I can. Usually I'm on. Like, I mean, we're not in the same division, so it don't matter. But usually I'm on like usually probably an hour or so earlier, but I had to take care of some stuff. All right, for sure. All right, man. Hey, good luck, bro. Yep, yep. I'll 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 be back. I'll be back after. I'll be back in after the game.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Here's Darnold to throw. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. the gun. Here's Darnold. Likely's got it right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Dose of the hurry up here.
14 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
First and 10. Darnold. That's incomplete left side.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. Offense in the hurry up here.
Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold. Rolling left, bite, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. Darnold now to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal. Running with Taylor. And the stand continues. Stopped at the line. It's now 4th and goal.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot.
Pressure coming from the right edge, and they block it. Line ball picked up inside the 25.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll air it out on third. Into the hands of Kittle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
19 Lions.
Daniels on first down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this third down play. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's Henderson on the give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Play action now. Daniels. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
69, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Little knocks it through. And that's going to give them their first points of the ball game.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all in that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. Now Darnold. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st. Here's Darnold. Taking a chance to the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. And again, it's Darnold. Sends this to the end zone. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get their first points of this game just before halftime. Drake London with a touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half.
Come on, come on.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
On the jump.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
19, Charger, 19, Charger. Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds the in route complete. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans.
Second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third down, they need 7.
19 Lions.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Waiting deep is DK. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he gets a pretty nice result there on the punt return to put an end to our first 2 quarters of play.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10.
Ready. 79 Bronco. 19.
Play fake here. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4.
Come on. That's Dragon 6. Hawk 70. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Big strike here to Williams. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Let's go now.
Saints.
Cowboy 80. Bronco 80. 19. 5 in. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That's another Saints first down.
65.
13 yards.
Henderson here from the gun. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 8. brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks 6-yard line.
Warriors 70.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. He's got it. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and he netted some positive yards.
And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And downfield, he's got it. That's Dobbs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, Darnold. Going with a screen to Taylor. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Sent to the ground by Maxwell Hairston. Offense up to the line fast.
2nd and 6.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. First and 10 from the 32. From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Darnold looking to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down. push for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. Fourth down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. That one finds his man, likely. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
It's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks trail by a field goal. Five men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. He'll try to do it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And he's taken down at the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They give now to Henderson. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. It's on target to Williams. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Seahawks 14. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Setting up to pass. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Yo, lady. Here goes that. Yo, lady.
Throwing now. Big shot is hauled in. Fingering bounds. Oh, what a play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Looking good, and it's through. And at the buzzer, they forced overtime. That's going to do it for regulation. So some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Come on. Set. Gravity lying.
First throw of overtime. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
The Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory.
Drop 50. 70 Timberwolves. 18, 5 here.
On first down, here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10
Cougar
at
19.
the 34-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18, cut 19. Cut 19.
And off headed left, Henderson. Cuts back toward the middle, and he's bottled up quickly after just a yard. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. They drop this to Henderson underneath. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. All right, so an important landmark crossed on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone, it's got to be a touchdown, and that's all you're thinking offensively. You are not going to feel good coming off the field if you got to settle for 3.
Chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Got to make this count as they come up on 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Play action now. Daniels brought in. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd.
Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. Third down, opening drive of overtime, but they only need a couple of inches here.
Here we go. Set.
Kittle makes the catch. Touchdown, New Orleans.
To George Kittle.
The Saints claim a 6-point lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. On his little for the extra point. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime.
17. Cam Little to kick off.
Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score. But starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Now Darnold escapes the pocket. They'll check it down to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll have none remaining in OT.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now to throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. This is it, Brock. Make or break right here. Overtime rules gave them a chance to go touchdown for touchdown. But if they don't come through on this 4th down, they have wasted that chance.
And they're humans down there. They're not robots. They know exactly what these circumstances are, but this is also, Kate, where you tell yourself, just do your job. Just do what you have been trained to do. You can't make it more and bigger than it is, or else they're going to fail.
And man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs. So this a win on the road for the Saints. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb.